A movie that's popular at the box office and already rumored to be up for Oscars is based on a true story and has a Boise tie. On Your Side's Lauren Johnson has the story.
Like watching a good ballet artist.
It's a story of triumph in Olympic and world champion wrestler Dave Schultz.
Barrel forward. Make him put his hands on you.
Was inspiration to everybody in wrestling.
An individual that was a hero to a lot of young men around the country.
A story of wealth. John DuPont, a coach and sponsor of the U.S. wrestling team.
DuPont Industries, DuPont Chemicals, DuPont this and that.
DuPont Paints.
He's the DuPont family.
And a story of murder and betrayal.
Dave was not expecting to get shot. He was expecting to be greeted by John. I think there's some jealousy involved maybe.
Two men in the Treasure Valley knew Dave Schultz, the gold medal winning wrestler who was shot to death in 1996 outside the mansion and Foxcatcher farm owned by the wealthy John DuPont.
DuPont basically drove up to the house. Dave came out to greet him. He stuck the gun out the window, shot him, and then shot him 2 more times and killed him.
You don't want to relive it.
Cliff Laughlin was a friend of Dave Schultz.
Made this shirt in his honor.
As well as a fellow coach.
You know, I once asked him, I says, I hear DuPont's a little funny, a little crazy, and Dave says, yes, but he's harmless.
And this man, David Bennett, played a major part in putting together this talked-about film.
This project started 6-7 years ago.
Bennett is a wrestling coach, but also the former wrestling director of broadcasting who documented much of Dave Schultz's athletic career in the 80s and 90s.
I filmed all this. I had actually talked to him the night before he was killed. I put together a tribute film for him that they used at his memorial service.
Including the time spent at John DuPont's mansion and Foxcatcher farm.
There's Dave on the farm with one of the target range with one of the policemen. Kind of prophetic.
Bennett was asked to consult on the film, and the director used much of his archived video.
When the idea came to the director to do this film, they needed to start finding what they could material-wise, and I had a full library of videotape of the farm, people on the farm, interviews with the people.
Bennett ended up having a part in the film as a documentary director.
2 scenes in the movie, one with Mark Ruffalo and one with Steve Carell as John DuPont. Not a big part, but it's a kind of a pivotal scene, so it was fun.
At the time of this interview, Laughlin had not seen the movie.
I don't know really what to expect when I see the movie. I'm just watch it and my emotions will probably take over.
It's a tragedy. It's almost a Greek tragedy. It's not a feel-good movie, but it does speak a lot to the humanity and frailty of man.
Lauren Johnson, Idaho on Your Side.
Bennett stars alongside Steve Carell and Mark Ruffalo in his 2 scenes in the movie. Foxcatcher is directed by Bennett Miller, who also directed the acclaimed films Capote and Money.